Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. Last episode we declared another war against the Aztecs. We declared for the two counties in the Duchy of Rethel. But in other news, the Aztecs have converted to Orthodox Christianity, which is quite unfortunate because it has invalidated the two wars that my vassals had going against them, which were holy wars. Now, it doesn't affect our war because we're using the Imperial Reconquest CV, which doesn't care about religions, but it is kind of annoying because we're going to have to conquer these two counties ourselves instead of having our vassals take care of it for us. In other news, we have been declared upon in another Jihad for Egypt. Apparently, all the various Muslims really want Egypt, but we're not having too much trouble here. We've won a pretty large battle, and we are probably going to go fight this army in the near future. So let's unpause here. Actually, let's check out this marriage offer that popped up even without my unpausing the game. It's our vassal Queen of France, just wants to marry some courtiers together, sure. We'll allow it. Okay, so I guess we'll just go and attack this army since it doesn't seem to be moving anywhere. We'll get our leaders over here. Okay, our steward has collected a tithe, which is great. We should possibly actually follow these armies and try to wipe them out, maybe. Some of them are going to Akba and some to Tabuk. And I guess we'll follow them this way. I didn't actually check which ones were larger or anything, but I suppose either way it'll be worth some war score. There's not really much of them left in any case. Offer to join war from the Grand Duke of Kiev, we accept. And a marriage offer from the Mongols. He wants to marry his heir to my daughter. Yes. Let's get an alliance with the Mongols. Why not? And it looks like Jerusalem is attacking this army, which I assume is involved in this war. I can check out the participants. This guy, I think. Okay. Well, we won't get war score for that battle, unfortunately, but I guess that's okay. We're going to be getting war score for controlling the entire war goal soon enough if we aren't already. We've just started. So I believe there is no monetary compensation for getting him to 100% in a jihad, but we would get piety, prestige, moral authority. Not really any need for moral authority, but I guess it could be nice. I'll probably just take a white piece at the first possible opportunity though, since I'm not too concerned about the piety and prestige. Alright, we see 17,000 enemy troops up here, which is a pretty large army, so we'll probably go and try and fight them. Maybe we'll park an army in the mountains and see if we can bait them into an attack. We got 9,000 coming in from up here, but they seem to have taken some attrition or otherwise lost some troops. Actually, a lot of it is just lagging behind a bit. But they are probably going to take some attrition there. Alright, we got 9,000 over here now, so I think we'll go and fight them, hopefully while they're in the desert. And we might just collect enough war score from battles to be able to end this. Our niece arrived at our court. I guess her husband has died. Okay, we have a new despot of Maghreb. In related news, he's 4, so I guess we don't really want to or need to worry about him. Apparently the former despot was a commander, though. Let's appoint this guy, I guess. Alright, so this army is on the move. I think we'll just take a few thousand out of here so it looks like an attractive target. We're gonna have to take quite a few out. We leave 9,000 there, I guess that might be enough. Treat you guys over next door. We won't be giving any fiefs to anybody right now. Alright, they're headed up to Montreal. Uh-oh, reinforcements have arrived over here. Fortunately, we have another large army nearby, so I think we'll just continue to take this battle. Alright, we won a siege on the Aztecs. We're up to 47% in that war. Where am I looking for here? So we've engaged this army and our reinforcements are on the way. I have my leaders in here. Looks like we haven't successfully baited this army into an attack in the mountains, unfortunately. Unless they're coming around to attack this army, which would be worse for them. Let's also take some troops out of here and see if they want to come north and attack us in this county instead. Well, it looks like they've run into an army from Jerusalem, which is fine. Alright, we're hopefully going to get out of that county before we take too much attrition. Oh, we lost a siege down here. Okay. Well, this isn't part of Egypt, so that won't count, I believe. So, well, in terms of negating the ticking war score, it won't count. Alright, so we may just go and attack this 16k as soon as it gets into this desert county here. Meanwhile, this army is somewhat weakened. Oh, it looks like they're coming in to attack us. Yeah, that's fine, I suppose. We'll probably just let them do that. The terrain is the same either way. This is where our best generals are, yes. And we'll reinforce. Gonna take us a bit under 2 weeks to get there. Part of being a lord involves receiving and welcoming an endless parade of dignitaries, emissaries, and general people of importance, who more often than not turn out to be boring as tree bark. During one such dinner, and while our guest endlessly talked about some irrelevant matter, my attention was drawn to my wife, Mongol-Jean, who kept eyeing me in a strangely seductive way. She is ill right now, but apparently that doesn't put her off at all, so we can make an excuse to quickly put an end to the evening, or we can kick her under the table so she stays quiet. Well, sure, why don't we make an excuse? Alright, looks like this army is pretty intent on heading down this way, so I guess we'll abandon our attempts to bait them into an unfavorable attack. Okay, another siege up there gets us to 61%. We could go and fight his armies, but yeah, I think we're probably going to win if we just sit there and siege. Alright, our half-brother and other half-brother are not getting along too well, apparently. And now they're getting along better. Okay, so we are going to beat this army. I'm going to raise some boats here. Transport this army over here by sea, so that they're available for reinforcements. Yeah, we can have both of these just stay here. But actually, let's move them slightly closer to the coast. And also be there, okay. Alright, so this army is attempting to catch me in Kuzlum, I think, or they are probably just trying to go there. Going to be there on the 17th, and we will be caught there actually, so we'll just stay, we'll accept the battle. We have the numbers advantage, so I'm not sure why they're trying to do this. I guess it was because one of the armies would have been out, so that looked like a favourable battle, but as it is now, they'll probably just change their minds. Oh no, apparently not, okay. Well, we'll try and get these reinforcements in, maybe? I don't think that's even necessary, actually, we'll just leave them next door. Although this is looking a bit closer than I like, let's send them in after all. Okay, my wife is pregnant. Yep, I think we did definitely need the reinforcements there. And we are getting a surprisingly small amount of war score from these battles, even though they're fairly large. We have lost quite a few troops in the process as well, obviously not as much as they have, but we might need to bring in some reinforcements from somewhere. Oh, and Poland actually has some troops up here. So they may come and help. Do we have any other allies actually sending troops? See a tiny army from Saxony here, but that's not going to make much difference. Oh, Kiev has some troops on the way down. Quite a lot of troops, actually. Okay. Well, maybe they'll get here in time to participate, but not really holding my breath. Sure, we can release a prisoner, if you insist. Alright, another siege up here. We have this county fully sieged now. So I guess we may as well send this army to go and clear out that siege. Hopefully before it falls. So I guess we'll just attack these smaller armies in here. A kinsman die a natural death, okay. Looks like we might not actually catch this one. But we should be able to cut it off with this 22k. Make sure that we can catch it after all. Arranged marriage from our vassal despot of Bosnia. To marry some person who I think is a dynasty member of his, but not his heir, or even a child to my niece. I guess we'll allow that anyway. Why not? So it looks like we have more troops landing down here. Alright, we took out that army, that's fine. That actually gets us 100% against the Aztecs, so we'll go ahead and end this one. And let's see, we gained one of these counties personally, the other one we just vassalized the holder. So I guess we'll just grant the county to the queen here. We have the duchy title, so we'll grant her that plus lower titles. And she became the liege of her, that's fine. Disband these. And I guess we'll start working on trying to kill the Emperor again. Moved his capital down here. He's in hiding, so I don't think our chances are very good. But still, we'll give it a try. So, more troops landing down here, which could be a problem. I think this is part of Egypt. So we should go ahead and move some troops down there. And let's just check out the supply limits on the way. 25k was the lowest, so we should be fine. We'll just send both armies. This guy has landed, so we'll try to ransom him. Alright. Our vassal Queen of France has created a duchy title. So the fact that the Aztecs have converted means that our vassals won't be able to declare holy wars, but they are still able to declare de jure wars. So France obviously has a de jure claim on this county by virtue of the kingdom title, and also this one actually. So hopefully she'll take at least one of those at some point. And it looks like the Emperor is actually out of hiding. So our plot may have a better chance of succeeding than I thought. In fact, it looks like we can get it over 200% with a few bribes. One was fairly expensive, but that's okay. Alright, pretty sure that's comfortably over 200. We'll check back a little later. There are rumors that certain tax collectors in my realm are disgustingly corrupt. Unfortunately, I don't have any good evidence to back this up, even after a lengthy investigation. Still, the commoners are convinced otherwise. If I don't do something, they might grow restless, but on the other hand, imprisoning the officials without cause would be problematic as well. So we definitely want to take the option that gives us no revolt risk, or even negative revolt risk, which does mean that we risk becoming arbitrary, which would be unfortunate, especially because we lose just. But diligent would be nice if that was to happen. And we did become diligent, actually, so great. I really should have made sure that we didn't take that attrition there, but I guess it's okay. And I think we'll just go straight in here and attack with both armies. Let's move our leaders to the one that's going to arrive sooner. So I don't think we can see exactly how many troops they're landing from here, but I can't imagine it's enough to win this battle. If that turns out to be the case, then I will happily admit that I was wrong, but we'll see. So we should be killing him pretty soon then, if we're up to 264%. The tier 5 of the Reconquest is down to only 4 counties. Well, 2 counties, 2 duchies, I think. Which means it's just these 2 counties. There's also this subholding, so I guess it's 3. We'll figure it out later. I have received word from my co-conspirator that the bowmen are in place and waiting for the right moment to strike. We are committed then. Alright, and we've won this battle. Let's retreat one of these armies as quickly as we can. I think it's faster to go to here, if I remember. Yeah, okay. Probably going to take some attrition. We've inherited the theme of Brittany, okay. Let's just re-grant it, I guess. Inherited some retinue as well, it seems. Yep, that's all retinue. Where is our other retinue currently? I left it up in England, didn't I? Well, we'll just leave them over here for the moment. And I don't know if there are any Greek characters in here that we can grant duchy title to. Yeah, I thought we should have inherited a county as well, so we can just grant this to a random person. Who will be Greek, and then he can have the duchy title. On the other hand, we could grant the duchy title to our Queen of France, and we'd have one less vassal that way. She would gain all these as her vassals. which actually seems like a better idea. We'll say include lower titles, though I don't think we have any. And I guess that'll make our internal borders a little nicer. France actually looks pretty good. They unfortunately have lost a county to Navarra, and I think that's actually drifted. No, it hasn't yet, okay. I forget which map mode tells us about de jure drift. I guess it's not drifting, okay. Well, never mind then. I'm gonna raise some boats, an absurdly large number of boats to transport these troops across. We'll merge them first. Alright, success. Our truce with the Aztecs is ended. We had a daughter born in the purple. She's strong, okay. Looks like the Isle of Wight has attached their army to my retinue up here, instead of actually coming to help in the Jihad that they joined. But I guess that's okay. It's not like they were going to help too much anyway. So there's a slightly large army over here, which we probably should go and fight at some point. There's another couple of thousand as well, so they could probably siege things if they gathered together. I don't really want to split up these armies though. Maybe we'll raise some troops from over here. Just transport them over by boat. Oh, did we raise your troops already? We'll get the troops from up here then. Oh, I guess my keyboard shortcuts aren't working for some reason. In fact, the map mode shortcuts aren't working even. Which is strange. This guy sends word that several members of the Varangian Guard ran amok in his quarter of Constantinople yesterday. In their drunken stupor, the Norsemen set fire to an inn, killed 3 guards, and physically abused 5 local merchants and 2 priests. People are crying out for justice. Yeah, I guess we'll make an example of them. We are just, after all. King of Alba offers to join. Yep, we accept. We actually might be able to get a white piece by now anyway. We can. Let's just take this. And you can cancel your journey and go back home. My son is not exerting himself in his studies. I'm starting to despair. Well, I guess we'll talk to him about being diligent. He has become diligent. Okay, well, he's up to 3 stewardship now, which is something I guess. He is about to come of age pretty soon. Hopefully nothing bad happens to him. Okay, our Jihad has ended in white peace. He accepts our offer of white peace and calls us a child of a mangy dog. Oh, and it looks like the new Aztec Emperor is not orthodox. He didn't convert. Okay, well that doesn't really affect us too much, but maybe it means our vassals will be able to declare some holy wars against him. But we are just about out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.